Hello, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a magical Monday. Well, we've got some great cards today that come out, and I think this will help everybody along their journey. The first card that come out, I call the Trickster card, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I pull this card out. This is the Five of Earth. And if you look at that card really close, he's like the Joker in the card deck. He's got the cards here, he's got the long fingernails, he's holding a jewel, and he just looks like he's up to no good. So I call this the Trickster card. And she looks like he's trying to get her to do something. She's in the background in the shadows looking down like, no, I don't want any part of you. So this is kind of like a warning that you need to be careful with Trickster, is what I say with this card. So let's read this card. Let me get my glasses. I'm over here fumbling Fawny today. Okay. Avoid easy answers. Think twice after taking risks. Something is not as it seems. That's what I say about this Trickster card. She is in the background. Look at her. She doesn't want any part of it because she doesn't trust him. And you've got to look at things in your life. Are they as they seem before you just jump in head first and do something crazy? You are accountable. Do your gambling with another's future. Consider the feeling of others. Look beyond selfish desires and blame. You have to be careful with that ego. When the Five of Earth card appears, awareness is of key importance. Something is not right. Something is not as they seem. Someone lies and deceives, and that someone could be you. Could it be that you are lying to yourself and those around you? It might not be a deliberate deception, but it is a deception nonetheless. The Five of Earth can also symbolize the devil inside, who encourages you to take the easy way out, to look for options that lead to instant gratification instead of putting in the hard work that yields enduring success. Is this voice in your head and heart inspiring you to risk everything for the chance of a quick buck or a momentary thrill? Think twice. If you choose to take a gamble now, you risk losing it all. This Trickster is the beautiful con man, whose sweet words encourage you to believe your own lies and deception. He caters to your weakness and addictions, dealing out easy lies instead of hard truth. He tells you to blame others for all that is wrong. Disappointments, heartache, past failures, and missed opportunities increase instead of taking responsibility for your own choices and actions. Whatever the deception lays at this time, there may be some basis for your doubts and questions. Your inner voice is telling you to look closer and see beyond selfish desires and blame so you can perceive the truth. Be honest with yourself, or heartache and disappointment may well follow. Yeah, it's choice. Either take the high road or you take the low road, and you go and you do what you're going to do. But you got to remember that you had part of it. You did part of it. So you have to take on that aspect of it. Okay. The clarifying card for that was the Hermit, contemplation. Try not to resist aloneness. It gives you time for contemplation and healing to find the answers you need and knowing yourself more deeply. Sometimes you have to go into the hermit mode to reflect and have quiet time. It is important now. You may need to study contemplation or simply spend time alone to process all that has happened recently. This may be a welcome retreat, or you may feel lonely depending on your circumstances. However, your experience as the hermit solitary influences Know that you are guided by your inner light. You won't get lost in your thoughts or be alone forever. An additional meaning of this card is distance yourself from certain relationships that may be overwhelming to you. Be careful in relationships with the tricksters. This is telling me that we have to really be careful. And if you have any thought that might be questioning someone or something, I would go within and I would do some meditation on it and think about it and step back and observe the whole situation before you just jump head first in that situation. Now, this next card that came out was the Six of Fire. And that is a resolution is needed, communication and diplomacy required. Be willing to make concessions, let go of bias, be open-minded. Two sides are to every disagreement. Know the facts, understand the rights, and don't be stubborn. The Six of Fire represents the time of healing through meditation, negotiation, and arbitration. It is a time when communication and diplomacy is required in order to end a conflict or dispute. You know, we have to be careful with the dispute thing. People right now are under a lot of stress. So people are lashing out and then they may not mean it. People are saying things and they may not mean it. So I think we talked about the other day about jumping into somebody else's story. There's a lot of people out there. Some people are quiet and just go within when they have problems. Some people will voice it out on social media, and some people will face it head on and do things the other way. So everybody has a way that they handle things. And if you're not in that story, like say on social media, we talked about it, don't be the star of that story. Don't intertwine with that story. You're okay. You don't need to. So the card that I got with that one was loyalty, the Knight of Pentacles. Hard graft may not be exciting, but the results will bring you great fulfillment. This knight is not dashing. He's slow and steady, planning his moves with care. He may not be charming, but he is loyal and trustworthy. So any offer he makes can be taken seriously. He often appears in readings to show business, investment, and projects that have good future potential. In property, he is associated with choosing the perfect home. This is the right time to make a serious decision about your long-term future. I think we all have to don't just jump into things, just take your time, observe it, think about it, and you'll come to the right decisions. Now I have to find this page again because it fell out and I lost it. So give me a second. And he is Earth. Okay, here he is. This is a beautiful card. This is the Seven of Earth. And look at the chakras lit up like a Christmas tree. Every part of this is connecting with Mother Earth. The tree is coming out, the head, look, the snake is around holding the light of the chakra. It's just with the flames coming out of the shoulder. So this card, when you connect to Mother Earth and you're out there in your meditation state and you're working on your chakras and you're in your own Zen, that is where you are. You are in total let Gaia heal you stage. Get out into nature, connect between self and the world. All is connected and has influences. Address the stress. Meditate and still your mind. Put down the tech toys. Time to physically interact and connect. The Seven of Earth symbolizes a need to both nurture and maintain a connection between spirit, self, and the world around you. Ground, integrate, and connect. To feel and embrace this connection does not require any belief in the divine, but a simple awareness that all is connected on an energetic level. At this time, look out into the world to see, feel, and understand the cycles of life and nature and how they affect and influence you. You know, I just said to my husband today, even though we're in Florida, it feels like fall out there. You can feel it in the air. You can smell it. It's like a sensing. Even if you didn't have a calendar or know that it was fall, you can tell the nature has changed. Over time, life and day-to-day demands may begin to wear away at us, making us irritable and reactive, less adaptable and flexible, more fearful of the change going on within us and around us. All of these things can make us feel alone and disconnected. You know, that's why I did that reading yesterday, that special reading, because I feel that a lot of people feel disconnected and alone right now. And we need to really pay attention to that and help one another. The seven of earth symbolizes the importance of connection and being part of the natural world, but also the need to address areas of potential stress in your life before they become a problem. It is time to meditate and still your mind, make a habit of taking time to sit and meditate in nature and allow all of the stress to flow out of you and into the earth. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax and become one with Gaia and Great Spirit. Reconnect. You do not have to believe, just allow yourself to be still, at peace, and free of impurities and worries that cloud your senses and good judgment. You know, I was just saying that before I got on here, I was watching nature out there, and we had like, I don't know, like 10 squirrels. And um, when we had the hurricane, we have wrens, and I love the wrens. They're a bird, and they're not more of a seed bird. They're more of like a, you know, bug bird and stuff like that. But we have them, and they nest in the little areas around here, and they sing beautifully. And when the storm came, the wrens disappeared. And I was so, me and my husband were both upset that our wrens weren't there. I mean, we have our cardinals and our squirrels and everything, but the wrens would come over on the fence at night and they would sing this beautiful song. And you just notice things like that. And I think you have to be still your mind and notice more of nature, even if you're sitting inside. You know, daydream out the window. You got in trouble for it when you were in school, and you're an adult and you don't do it anymore. Do it again, because we need that. We really need to go within. So, okay, now I did get a bunch of cards from the tarot that came out. I didn't get as many of the oracle, but I did get the tarot, and I did get the Eight of Pentacles, which is achievement. You have the ability to earn more and learn more. Whatever you focus your energy, success will follow. We have been getting the success card a lot lately. I think that if we just back up and take some time to think about some things, because we got the Six of Wands, we got the success card. This is your time to shine, so don't hold back. You deserve every success. It is a time for us all to shine. It's a time for us to come out of our habitat, our hermit mode, our thought pattern. Yes, sometimes we have to back off and we have to observe things in the natural world, but it is time to come out and be the best we could be right now, because we're needed in this world. We came to this world for a reason, and because we got the Queen of Ocean, we got abundance. It is time to grow and evolve, enjoy and invest time in your relationships, your home, your spiritual practice, and new creative projects. It's pushing us all towards that. It's time to grasp the spiritual aspect of the world and go back into Mother Earth, because we have so forgot about it. I see the children nowadays, and even adults, we're all sitting there in our cell phone, engrossed in a cell phone conversation when the whole world is passing us by around us. And then we get around people and we're so aggravated because they interrupted our cell phone conversation. So I think we really need to step back and think about what we're doing, because we also got the Ace of Cups, love. Open your heart and trust you need, not be overwhelmed by emotion. Just be open to what comes to you. Blessings, passions, pregnancies, creativity, fulfillment, overflowing of emotions, intensity, everything is going to come to us. but we can't be impatient. We can't be in a hurry. We can't keep saying, I can't, I can't. You know, that was one thing my father always said, there's no such word as can't. So I grew up with not using the word can't, because then he'd argue with me it's not even in the dictionary. Now it's probably in the dictionary somewhere, but when I was young, I guess it wasn't in the dictionary. But it gets better. Today it gets better because it is Magical Monday. I have a coffee ground in my coffee. Yeah, once fall hits, I drink more coffee. Usually I only drink 1 cup a day because we're in Florida and it's too hot and I don't want to drink coffee. But it's fall now in Florida, so it's 75, so I can drink coffee. We got we got some great cards from Gateway of Light Activation today. We actually got 2 of them. And this is Memories of Atlantis, Spiritual Acceleration, Progress, and Technology. And I told my husband with these cards, it's like going back in history lessons in the history we want to learn, not the made up history that they tried to teach us all these years. This is the history we were supposed to learn. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connections. Hey, doesn't that sound familiar? It sounds like us in the human form. But somewhere along the way, we did lose. Many of us stopped respecting that gift. Their disrespect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysmic that brought their civilization to an end. You know, I'm kind of thinking that we get these times to live in these times with our human body, and we don't take care of it. We abuse it. And once we start abusing it, then they go through these catastrophes, and they all become extinct, or they ascend. You know, some of them ascend and leave the body, but some of them stay in the body, and I don't know if they reincarnate or what. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes to you and has a strong energy or similar familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. I'm kind of thinking we all are. I'm kind of thinking, I know I stopped my karmic wheel. I had a dream, and I'll go over that dream one of these days, but I stopped my karmic wheel. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to the human form unless it's a beautiful world. And I'm going to come back into a beautiful world. I don't want the anger and the ego and the vicious mind world. I think we're going into something better. No, we're going into something better. Connect. Visualize yourself cloaked in a beautiful deep blue energy, Atlantic Ocean blue, and say, Atlanteans, Council of Light, thank you for supporting the evolution of my soul so that I can surmount the karmic imbalance of my previous incarnation. I really think we're on a karmic wheel. I'm going to have to bring out that dream. Your message. You are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. That's the world I want. I want the evolved way. I mean, I think we all do. Anybody that's went on the spiritual journey, we've been ready for that. So we lost our way for a while, but we're finding our way. Maybe we just had some more lessons we had to learn. The next card that I got was the Central Sun, abundance, downloads, and regeneration and success. We just got that. We just got abundance and we just got a success card. We've been getting the regeneration. I think we got that yesterday. Our sun is the center of our solar system. Solar begins the key, being the key word. All the planets orbit it. We use this journey to measure time, space, and even our birthday. The sun helps us connect with our journey and see how far we've come. Just said that, how far we've come. I mean, we've evolved, so we're being good now. We're starting to learn what we're supposed to learn. We're starting to go to Earth school. The sun helps us connect with our journey and see how far we've come. It is just far enough away to create a perfect condition for Earth to become abundant with life. In ancient Greece, the sun was known as Helios. The ancient Egypt, it was Ra. Worldwide, the ancient knew the importance of the sun. The earliest sky gazers worshipped it because daily it would disappear over the horizon, leaving the darkness and mystery of the night. It was clear that it had governance over life and light. So we learned early on that the sun was needed for us to survive and thrive. The sun is therefore a vital energetic vortex in the physical realm, but on a spiritual level, it is a portal of divine light that we connect with through the inner universe. It's a spiritual gateway representing the center of the multiverse, a sacred energetic portal that eradicates infinite inspirational light. Contact. Visualize yourself diving within until you find yourself arriving at a sun in the center of the galaxy of your being. Invite it to encode your frequencies with regeneration energy. We have frequencies coming through all the time now. Your message, the great central sun is shining brightly in your life and upon your world. This is a time to regenerate. Tiredness and old energy are being washed away. Old skins have peeled off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. This is an exciting time. Get the pages. Sometimes turning these pages is like that bag in the grocery store for your vegetables. You've got to do everything to jump up and down in it to get it open. Central sun energy is magnetic and all-powerful, opening you up to light and supporting you as you express your own light in this lifetime. New ideas, opportunities, and experiences come easily to you at this time. Like the sun kissing and perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. Realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to become welcome energetic exchanges. When you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. That was a beautiful reading for today. I've got one more card and only one come out. And I think we've all need this card. This card came out for the Libra reading the other day, and this is one of my favorite cards in the Soul Helper Oracle, I'll tell you. Because she's got the butterflies, she's got the morning glories, and look at that face. She is releasing the inner rebel. And that's what the name of the card is. It says it's a number 23, which is a 5. Release your inner rebel, be yourself and create your own universe. We always have to be ourselves. So many people are out there trying to be like movie stars and other people, and you're not them. Why would we want to look like anybody else? Okay, so I got a big butt. I don't want a bigger butt. Maybe it'll get smaller someday, but I'm okay with what I got, whatever it is. Whatever you have a problem with, why change anything? And I don't have a big butt. I'm just saying it's just a metaphor. But yeah, just don't be who you're not. Just be who you are. The heart of a rebel beats within us all. We understand Lilith and her urge for self-determination and freedom because we have already felt this impulse. And at this moment, you feel it strongly too. If you are not familiar with the story of Lilith, here's a brief outline. God originally created Adam and gave him a wife as a companion. According to the Talmud, this first wife was called Lilith, and she was of equal birth, self-confident, proud, and a free woman. She refused to serve Adam and wanted to be in a dominant position when they made love, which displeased Adam. He wanted to dominate her, and an argument ensued. Lilith spoke the secret name of the Lord, which resonated full of magic, and parted from Adam, leaving him as a free and self-determined woman. It is said that she had many children, but lost them as a punishment for her disobedience and individualism. Lilith wanted to be free. She was not meant for a small world. You have drawn this card because you too need more space and freedom for yourself. Emerge from your constraining cocoon. We've been talking about the cocoon. We're all done with the cocoon. We're all in butterfly mode. Constraint from the cocoon, you are a child of Lilith. All witches, shamans, and healers, all wise men and women, all those to whom knowledge is given have a spiritual connection to Lilith, who wants to have, who wants to oppress you, who wants to take your place, who is crossing boundaries. Rebuke them, but clearly and with love. Since people are sometimes unaware of their incorrect behavior, follow the path of your soul, the path of freedom, and pay no attention to the complaints and criticism of others. They do not know that you can create your own universe. Your helpers for the next 21 days is the condor, and the herbal essence is the jasmine, the healing crystal is emerald, and the number is 5. So let's see where the 5 takes us. Number 5 tells you you have a deep connection with the divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. We got the loyalty card. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and your inner world. The number 5 brings protection, gives you the freedom to act more boldly. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that always recognizes and recreates itself at the end of a soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. Yeah, we are going on a soul journey, and we are in it right now. When they said that we're in the storm, we're also in the journey of the spiritual storm. We are walking our truth and we're coming out of it. And yes, it is kind of lonely sometimes when you're walking the spiritual journey because people in the physical world do not understand us at all. They think we are foreign, we are from another planet, we are talking woo-woo crazy. And actually, I look at them as, I'm sorry, they're just, it's not mean, but they just don't have the knowledge. They're not willing to jump out of the box. They want to live in a box, and I'm ready to live in a bubble, a circle, a triangle, anything but a box. I don't want to be in that box anymore. The fake schooling, education, indoctrinated. I know there's a lot of things in education that we learn that are very good for us. There is things that we need, that we take from, but there's a lot of things that pull the wool over our eyes, let's just say, and made us stop looking in other directions. It was like look over here and not over there type scenario. So we didn't look over there. We didn't ask questions. We just went with the program. We went with what everybody knew. Your grandma knew it. Your daddy knew it. They knew it all. They walked with ego. I think we have to take the best things of them what was better and what really worked, and then leave the rest behind. I know we're all going on this spiritual journey together. We're all coming together for reasons. We're all finding each other again, and that's a beautiful thing. We just have to keep walking in love and not ego driven. Don't walk like we own the place, but walk like we love ourselves. That will make us look like we own the place. But without that, I'm better than you ego, because we're not better than anybody. We're all unique in our own way, but we all have a beauty that someone else may not have because we're all unique. So that makes us all beautiful in our own way, and nobody's above anybody. I know that the money system is going to be bye-bye. I don't know if anybody's noticing things in their towns, but I'm really paying really close attention to our town, because our town just went through the catastrophic of the hurricanes and the tornadoes, and there's a lot of changes that have been going on in our towns. Big companies that did a lot of pollution in this town are gone. They're leaving. One left before last year, and one just left after this, but it put a lot of people without jobs, like almost 800 people lost jobs in this little community. Our community is only like, I don't know, 6,500. So that's a hard lesson. And we're in this, we don't have a lot of businesses around here. I mean, we have, fast food and Walmart and things like that, grocery stores, but we're not a big city. So this is really going to hurt a lot of people, but it's going to clean up a lot of things too, because they've been pumping garbage out into the rivers and the oceans and everything else for these companies. It's basically a little bought in town. They were bought by the big industries, and it was the logging. And in my dreams, I've seen we're not going to use wood in the future, not for building. If you think about it, why would we? Um, Wood down here in Florida, the salt just eats wood away. Unless it's treated, it doesn't last long. I mean, we've had logs to burn, like wood to burn, and if it sits out there for more than a year, it disintegrates because the salt and the sand disintegrates it. So think about it. You have a house, and then you've got termites, and you've got to fix things all the time. So we're going away from that in the future. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to the 3D houses, the concrete. They're doing hemp houses now. We're going to the new world, and it is going to happen. That's why I think they're taking a lot of things out. And another thing that we thought was really interesting, out of now that everybody's, out of work and not working, and we just got devastated in this little town. There is a 24-hour, 7-day a week little fast mart going in, or smart mart. They're called smart mart, that nobody works at. They have somebody that stocks supposedly, but there's nobody there. It's self-automated. And they're putting that here. So after everybody lost their job, now they're putting one of them little automated 24-hour a day, 7-day a week little things. And then we noticed it we don't have a lot of restaurants, but we have like a huddle house where a lot of the truckers go. And now they've got all those little electric car hookups. So they put that in during this. And I'm thinking, this little town just got devastated. It's a poor town. There's not a lot of jobs in it. And I'm thinking, why are they putting on a coffee shop? They're building a coffee shop. There's 2 more banks going up, 3 banks, I think. And we already have like 5, 6 banks. And I'm thinking, why do we need all these banks? People just lost their jobs. Big companies are closing. And this little town is nothing. It's a nothing burger. Unless maybe we're getting the wealth given back to us. We'll see. There's a lot of things going on. People are calling it other things, but I'm not calling it nothing because I don't know what it is. But I noticed that The money system is going because they've been taking money out of the system. I know that now a lot of the registers are talking to you. They're automated. I think there's a lot of things going to be happening. I know they've been building factories of robots. So we'll see what's going to happen. But I'm thinking it'll give us time to regenerate and make this world beautiful again. We'll see. With that said, I am going to link a, we got messed up in the hurricane. So I've been putting a link to our GoFundMe page in the show more section. And if anyone can give me some love, I would appreciate it. If you can't, no worries. I understand. And what else was I gonna do? Oh, the likey lovey button. I guess you gotta hit the likey lovey button to get this out to more of our soul family so they can find us. But if you can hit the likey love, I call it likey the light. It's the like button, but I hit likey love. I think likey love is so much better because you're giving me some love. You're showing me that you love me, but I love you too. You know that. So anyway, I just want you to know, may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you. I love you all. Have a beautiful, magical Monday.